So today's video, guys, is basically talking about the things that everybody conveniently forgets to leave out when talking about life in Paris and how beautiful and magnificent it is. No, we're gonna get into the reality today, right here, right now. Let's go. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Savannah, but on the internet I go by Savvy C, and welcome back to Savvy C School. Alors, aujourd'hui, c'est une très bonne journée à Paris maintenant. Je suis à Hôtel de Ville. Mais, I'm so trip. I am going to le Coulee Vert René Dumont. Hope I pronounced that right. Anyways, it's the Paris, they like New York's High Line, the Paris equivalent, if you will. Gonna go there and explore it a bit. It's a beautiful day, like I said. Check out all this loveliness, the sun. A nice, beautiful fall day in October. And so I thought to do that, explore that beauty, and share with you guys a few tips and tricks I learned along the way about how I combat homesickness at Paris as an American here. So come on, let's go. So I'm not going to admit defeat. However, my plan did not work as I'd like to, because it's a sunny day in Paris, and of course everybody named Mama is outside. So right now I am here instead. Where here is, I'm not 100% sure. I'm a little bit past Coulee Vert, the proper area, but it's okay. The show must go on. I'm here, you're here. It's okay. We're gonna be all right. So I'm gonna break this video up into three proper sections. Part 1 is gonna be called First 90 Days. Part 2 is gonna be called Oh, I Live Here, and Part 3 is HFOMO. Okay, hear me out, stay tuned. And of course, the time stamps will be in the description box below. So let's get into it. Part 1, the first 90 days. I called it that for me since I've been here for just over a year now, and I knew going in I was going to be here for a year. But if you're not going to be here for a year, then you can just apply it to 1/3 times your time here, or just divide it by 3, however is easier in your mind. But for me, since I was here for a full year and longer than that, I was first 90 days. In your first 90 days, or your first however long, the beginning of your time here in Paris, you're going to be on just the greatest high, I swear. La Vie en Rose is gonna be in the background. You're gonna see people in their baguettes and their berets, and you're gonna see the little dogs. You're gonna hear French. You're gonna be at Café de Fleur. You're gonna be at the Louvre. You're gonna be taking out these cute IG pics. It's gonna be the highest of highs, and I really encourage you to ride those out. Don't shy away from that. You're only going to be new to a city once. Just kind of if you're maybe here for school, if you've already been through school, think of it your freshman year of high school, of college, or just start a new school, start a new job. You're never going to be a new person or a tourist, beyond the first time. So really just embrace that. Really just, go out, explore those things, visit everything on your bucket list, go to all the corny, cheesy, touristy places, take all the corny pictures, wear all the berets, do all the things, all the corny stuff first. Really just get out your system and really just to enjoy it, and enjoy that you made the move here and that you did. There is nothing wrong with that at all. But also on the other end of that, just be mindful and be aware that when you first move to, after those highs kind of fade away, in the beginning at least, you might feel a bit guilty. You might feel a bit kind of sad that your family or friends might not be with you. Your family and friends are gonna want to know what you're doing every moment, every day. That's happened to me a lot, right? So I'd feel kind of bad or guilty where it's like I'm having the time of life, this great day, but then I haven't been able to speak to my family who is 6 hours or more behind me, right? So just trying to have that balance between the two. So like, enjoy the highs, have so much fun, take pictures of everything, but then also know that your family, your loved ones are going to want to check in on you and want to know what's up. So be sure to have that balance of like checking in with them and letting you know what's going on in your life, while also enjoying your life, meeting new friends, meeting new people, and being present. Okay, so do the two. Enjoy the present, have fun, live your life, but then also check in back home with your loved ones. They want to make sure you're all right, and they want to hear all about it. Part number 2, calling this, oh, I live here. This moment happens for everyone, every expat in some form or fashion. For me, it happened, I would say, when confinement really hit, and when I spent Thanksgiving here, and it was just the most regular Thursday I never had in my life. And it happens to everyone at some stage in their life when they're living abroad. And when that moment hits, when the rose-colored glasses kind of start breaking a little shatter comes across the lens, that's when you really have to ground yourself here a bit more and plant those seeds and have a bit of foundation here. But then also, again, be sure that you're reaching out back home so you're not completely miserable here, yearning to go back home, but then also enjoy your time here and know you came here for a reason. So during those moments like that, when you start transitioning out of that like live your own rose phase, that everything's great, rosy, everything's flowery phase, then start planting seeds here to recreate home here for you. So obviously no place like home. You can't bring home with you to a T, but join clubs, join activities, do things that you do at home, but do it here, and then have it, or here being Paris or whatever you're moving to, and then make sure and embrace that there's going to be a little cultural twist with it. I got great advice in undergrad and college to join 3 clubs. One club or activity that's based in like your major, career aspirations, job. Second one being revolved around something, a hobby, just something fun of interest. So like for me, like playing tennis. So like I joined like the tennis club at AUP at my school I go to. And then third, join something completely random for fun that's brand new to you. And so things like that for me have been just like going to like random classes. I've been like meeting people. I've been going to like art galleries and openings and exhibits and just doing all these like random things that whatever I can get my hands on and just have access to that I wouldn't experience otherwise. So you can really just plant those seeds so that when moments of like just depression or just like thoughts, or when you're anxious, when the world's in a tizzy, or maybe something's happening, in Paris there's a lot of like manifestation, which are protests, when things are happening where you are, or something's happening in your hometown, your home country, and you can't really do anything about it. You just have that reassurance and stability where you presently are, despite the world changing around you. And last but certainly not least, part 3. So part 1, we talked about your first 90 days, or your first 1/3 of your time in a new place, all the fun, the highest of the highs, whatever comes your way. Really embrace that and have fun, but be sure to check in back home. Then we have part 2, when you start settling in a bit and you're like, ooh, okay, I live here, like it's not all what Instagram and the movies and TV shows tell me, like it's it's real out here, what to do and how to handle that. And then now we're on to part 3, which I'm calling HFOMO. So there's FOMO with the H in front of it, nothing too crazy. So HFOMO. So home, fear of missing out. So when this happens, I would say when this started happening for me was about 6-7 months in, of like past the holidays, which was just tough anyway because confinement and like lockdown and just COVID in general. But past the holidays, past like the semester, a new semester coming in, new era coming in, it was just starting to get a bit tough of seeing like events, holidays, birthdays, social gatherings, and then just overall like news and life happening without me in my hometown, in my home country, that if I wasn't in Paris, I would have been right there with them. there's something to that, and it can be really tough mentally to like process it. Social media definitely does not help, but I think even regardless if you didn't have social media, you would kind of feel it or sense it, or you just feel it. Like Halloween's coming up, right, for me, or for the world. And I'm learning that that's not really a thing here, but I want to dress up. I got this cute little costume idea in my head, but I just know it's not really a proper thing in Paris like it would be back in the States. Like I went to school, I went to Baylor University, in Texas, and like I know that if I was in Texas around this time of year, I'd like have my costume ready, I'd be going out to all these parties and stuff and having fun. And not that I can't do that here, but it's just not the same. So there's just moments like that where it's like, ooh, yikes, okay, I'm not here, I'm here, not there. And in moments like that where I'm gonna chalk it up to calling it HFOMO, you just really have to just know that that is like a downside of pursuing your dream and of moving abroad, but also know and be reassured that you came here for a reason, that these doors open to you for a reason, and you have to really take full advantage of this opportunity. So it is a catch-22. It is tough. That is the biggest con and the big, hard pill to swallow, if you will. However, what I've learned in those situations where it's like, dang, like you're like in someone's Instagram story, or you got off the phone with someone and they're like about to go somewhere else, or like you just see all your friends or family members, loved ones, etc. being together without you there, and you know that if you were in that country, you'd be right there along with them. It is tough, but what I've noticed is that when I keep in touch with them, so I'd say at least a monthly check-in. Maybe if you want to do more, all up to you, but for me, I try to do monthly check-ins with loved ones so that we have enough material, quote unquote, to things to catch each other up on, but at the same time live our own lives separately. And I'm not constantly like, oh, this is what happened last night, oh, you should have been there, blah blah blah, but instead it's like, oh, this is what happened last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, or this is a follow-up on the previous one. Okay, that's the best way so that you can live your life, make your friends where you physically are, and they can do the same back home where they are. Of course, there's no perfect way to do this. There's no formulaic way to completely heal and cure homesickness, but this is what I've done since now I've been here in Paris a little bit over a year. This is what helps me, this is what grounds me, what centers me, to remind myself that I came to Paris for a reason. I'm pursuing my dream, I'm doing what I love, what I wish for, what I prayed for so long. But on the other side of making that reality, there is some downsides that no one could have warned you about or seen coming. But it's all good. In the hood, you just again take a little grain of salt and keep it pushing. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you. Hope that gave you some tips or some ideas, or maybe just an ultimate warning call. I don't mean this to scare any of you off. Definitely if you're thinking about moving to Paris, moving abroad in general, I say absolutely go for it. Although the sun is in my eyes, Jesus. Although there is low points and there's some low moments, the expat blues, if you will. Also, this is one of the best decisions I've ever made, and it's really just changed my life trajectory for the better, and I wouldn't change a thing about it. But comes with some downsides, but you can get through it. We're gonna be all right. I got you. You'll definitely find your community and find your friends in the newfound city that you move into, and you're gonna make it work. I know you can. I trust you. You can do it. I believe in you. Alright, so again, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more. As always, I'm sending my love to wherever you are in the world where you're watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!